Now for sports with J.R. Jackson.
Another fun story. Oklahoma State coach Mike Gundy apparently had an interesting press conference, JR.
The reporters finally got to him. The reporters getting there to ask you a couple of digging questions. So after Oklahoma State's 49-45 victory over Texas Tech, and previous to that game, the benching of their junior quarterback, they asked him questions about why this happened, or there was speculation from the reporters about why it happened. It was bad attitude, apparently.
Well, that's what Jenny Carlson, the reporter, wrote in her article. And the guy brings in the paper and he's showing everybody, and then he goes ballistic. But let's just show everybody what he did, and then we'll talk about it. Here is Mike Gundy losing it on reporter Jenny Carlson, although you don't see her on the tape.
Here. If anybody hasn't read this article, I don't read it. This was brought to me by a mother of children. I think this is worth reading. Let me tell you why I want to talk about this article. 3/4 of this is inaccurate. It's fiction. And this article embarrasses me to be involved with athletics tremendously. And that article had to have been written by a person that doesn't have a child.
Random.
And has never had a child that's had their heart broken and come home upset. And had to deal with the child when he is upset. And kick a person when he's down. Here's all that kid did. He goes to class. He's respectful to the media. He's respectful to the public. And he's a good kid. And he's not a professional athlete. And he doesn't deserve to be kicked when he's down.
He got benched. That's why.
If you have a child someday, you'll understand how it feels. But you obviously don't have a child. I do. If your child goes down the street and somebody makes fun of him because he dropped a pass in a pickup game, or says he's fat, and he comes home crying to his mom, you'd understand. But you didn't have that. But someday you will. And when your child comes home, you'll understand.
Someday you'll have.
If you want to go after an athlete, one of my athletes, you go after one that doesn't do the right things. You don't downgrade him because he does everything right and may not play as well on Saturday. And you let us make that decision. That's why I don't read the newspaper. Because it's garbage. And the editor that let it come out is garbage. Attacking an amateur athlete for doing everything right. And then you want to write articles about guys that don't do things right and downgrade them, the ones that do make plays. Are you kidding me? Where are we at in society today? Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40. I'm not a kid. Write something about me or our coaches. Don't write about a kid that does everything right, that's heart's broken, and then say that the coaches said he was scared. That ain't true. And then to say that we made that decision because Donovan was, because he threatened to transfer, that's not true. So get your facts straight. And I hope someday you have a child and somebody downgrades them and belittles them, and you have to look them in the eye and say, you know what? It's okay. They're supposed to be mature adults, but they're really not. Who's the kid here? Who's the kid here? Are you kidding me? And that's all I got to say.
And then he said at the end there, it makes me want to puke. Okay. All right. It's a great Dennis Green / Jim Mora moment. What are you talking about? Practice? Practice? We knew what Chicago was about.
We let him off the hook.
We let him off the hook.
But see, it's not the same because, they're mad about the game. They're mad about whatever just happened. They just won the game, didn't they? Number one. Well, number two, this kid who apparently was, shot down in this paper about the story about why he was benched and all this, apparently came to coach crying or something.
Oh, now you wait a minute. He's a kid. You don't have a kid. You can't do that. You know what? Come after me. I'm a man.
See?
Okay. Write something about me. By the way, mission accomplished. They're definitely writing about you now.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're coming.
My favorite part of the tirade is, if you have a kid and he's fat, and somebody makes fun of him, then I want to see it. But you don't have a fat kid, do you, JR?
It sounds like this is getting deep into his personal life. Something happened, man. His kid was getting picked on in school, in junior high or middle school, wherever, however old his kid is, maybe. And then he also, of course, a lot of coaches associate their college players as their kids. They take care of them. So this sounds like it was something started from somewhere else.
That's not true. That's not true. Okay. All right. Here's the thing you got to understand, Mike Gundy. You run a huge college football program. These are not 13-year-olds. Okay, this is not somebody's fat kid that tripped and everybody's laughing. Okay, their job is to write about the college football team. These writers, what are they only supposed to write? Happy-go-lucky stuff. Like, everybody on the team played great, even the ones that were benched, because they're somebody's kid. And they weigh like 300 pounds apiece. They can handle it. Just calm down. Now, in this case, the mom went to the coach and flipped out. But if you're the kid, you got to be triple embarrassed now. Because now everybody knows about it. Now everybody read the article. And your mom went to complain to the coach, which is terrible. Yeah. No, don't do that, Mom. It's like now you get into my childhood. When my mom washed my football clothes when I played in high school, and she put in something red into the wash, and we had white uniforms, and the uniforms came out pink. Okay? And I was like, oh, they called me Pinky for a year. Now you see why I do the things I do. Okay. And my mom's like, no, it's white. It's white. And what am I going to do? Oh, my mom did. No, you got to suck it up. All right. Fuck it. I'm Pinky. What am I going to do?
Just hit somebody harder, Pinky.
Yeah, that's right. You know what? Pinky just kicked your ass. And that's the way this kid's got to handle it. You just got to go out and earn the job.
It was too late. The coach came out and stood up in front of him and already made a spectacle of himself going in that direction. So the kid probably didn't expect any of this to happen. It's just he was like, he's probably upset about something, probably visibly, and then the coach lost it. Now he's like,
yeah. This is the last thing I'll say to all of you. Come after me. I'm a man. By the way, mission accomplished. They come after me all the time anyway. All right, Young Turks.